Good evening, USFFL. We are live for a triple header of action tonight. We have 3 games on the schedule, beginning with Colts and Titans, which has just kicked off and is underway. That'll be followed here in the next 20 or 30 minutes by a kickoff of Browns and Ravens, another divisional matchup in the AFC. And then we'll have a nightcap in the NFC action as the New Orleans Saints travel to the Arizona Cardinals. A triple header of action broadcasted live for you here on the USFFL. All right, so let's go ahead and get the broadcast started here. Give me a second while I get the links up and ready for everybody here. One moment. All righty. So there's the link to join. All right, both links are there for everybody to see. Let's get now me off screen and we'll be ready to call us a football game. Let's see what we have going on here. Looks like we are probably on the opening drive here. Colts on the road in Tennessee. We'll set this up more as we go along here. Give me a second. Third and 4 play here and a nice run there. That's going to be a first down run. Actually, a quick out pass. Sorry about that. And an injury to Matt Ryan. So quarterback hurt on that play for the Colts. Brings in Sam Ellinger. So we're going to take a look at that right off the bat since we maybe had a major game-changing injury. I think Ellinger played some last year. Let's see. 101 pass attempts, 63% completions, 3% interceptions. Decent flat card. Not too bad interceptions. Both some end-run and must-run capabilities. So as backup quarterbacks go, it could be worse. Let's see if Sam had played any so far this year. I'm kind of curious. He had 3 attempts coming into this game. And he is in for a critical division matchup here. We have another third down coming up here for the Colts, 3rd and 11 at the Tennessee 39. We'll look at the injuries here in a second. I wanted to see all possession. Yeah, for opening drive of the game, 9th play of the drive. 2 first downs so far for the Colts. Big third down play here. Splitting out 4 wide receivers. Nickel defense from Tennessee Titans. Here's a short pass, incomplete. Nice double team there by the defensive coach. Makes it a 3rd and 16, though, because there's a penalty. So wipe that off. Back the offense up 5 yards. Dead ball foul, 3rd and 16 for the Colts. Place kicker Chase McLaughlin has a really nice leg, but only out to the 37. So that 5-yard penalty is significant. But if you can get to the 37, that's a 2-through-8 attempt for Chase McLaughlin. I see a spectator has joined, so I'm not the only person plugged in watching tonight to see what's happening in USFFL action. 3rd down pass here, a double-teamed receiver. Double teamed by Mario Edwards. Then gets a linebacker. Dump pass to a secondary receiver, though, is Zach Moss. And a yak opportunity for him and a good roll. Good roll for Moss is a 13-yard gain. Looks like it was capped at 8 yards, though. So it's 4th and 8 at the 36. Here comes a 53-yard field goal attempt, and it is no good. And we didn't see the roll, and I think that means that the variable knocked it backwards out of range, and indeed it did. So a failed long field goal attempt after a 9 or 10 play drive on the opening possession for the Colts, actually make it an 11-play drive. 39 yards resulted in a missed field goal, and now Tennessee Titans at home take over for their first drive of the game. Titans come into the game leading the division. You can take a look at that here real quick. Titans have a 4-1 record. Colts are 3-3. Jaguars are 4-3 after a win earlier tonight. They beat the Giants 26-13. There's a short pass on 1st down completed to Nick Westbrook-Akeem. Titans 1st and 10 at their own, across midfield now at the Indianapolis 47-yard line. Back to pass again. Short pass. That's complete again. Same receiver. Westbrook-Akeem, 11 yards this time. 1st and 10 at the 36. Of course, the Titans feature Derrick Henry. So that's going to draw a lot of run calls compared to what maybe some of us are going to see when we're looking to throw. And Tannehill's got a card that can take advantage of that. Blocking back set. Here comes a button hook pass over the middle to Derrick Henry out of the backfield. He's got it. It's good for 5 yards. Henry on the right column of his receiver card. And it's 2nd down and 5. Tannehill opens with completions on his first 3 passes. Second and 5 now. Safety up close for the Colts, showing blitz. Second straight play for that. And another dump pass. Square out to Robert Woods on the left side. And we've got the linebacker getting beat. Short gain for Woods. 1st down yardage inside the 20 down to the 16. Brought down by Isaiah Rodgers. 1st and 10. Titans now in the red zone. 3 wide receivers going to split out here. Henry in the deep eye. 4-3 blitz shown here from the Colts. Defense guesses run. It is off tackle Derrick Henry, and he's brought down immediately. And actually, there's a penalty on the play. Dead ball foul. Wipe it away. 5-yard penalty on the offense. Back it up. 1st and 15 now at the Indianapolis 21-yard line. Tannehill back to pass. He's looking short, throws over the middle. He's got it. Complete. 10 yards. Treylon Burks with the catch. Thanks to the penalty, that's not a 1st down. It's 2nd and 5 now at the 11. Colts safety up close showing blitz. Defense in a 4-3. A couple of tight ends flanking that offensive line for the Titans. Defense gets his pass. It's a run off tackle. Henry goes to his card, and he's brought down right away. Bobby Okereke on the tackle. 3rd down and 5. So big 3rd down here for the Titans in the Indianapolis red zone. Indianapolis was 1 for 2 on their 3rd down conversions on their opening drive. Safety up close again, showing blitz. Here's a quick out pass, and the receivers double team. Great call by the defensive coach, and it's incomplete. And that would have been receiver. There's a penalty, and unfortunately for the defense, it is a personal foul. Personal foul. So a good call by defensive coach Pete Quagliarini. Oh, I'm sorry. The defensive coach is John Freeze of the Colts. Good call by him to double team Jeff Swaim. But a personal foul rendered it useless. 1st and goal at the 5 now. Defense gets his run back to pass. Looking to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown. Right back to Swaim for a touchdown. 5 yards to the end zone. Tannehill to Swaim. And the Titans' first possession, they're going to take the lead here at home. Randy Bullock on for the extra point. It is good. And at exactly halfway through the first quarter, 7:30 to go. Titans up on the Colts 7-0. Ensuing kickoff is returned by Dallas Flowers and brought out to the 27-yard line. Make it a 28, 1st and 10 there for the Colts, their second possession. Colts are 3-3. I think they have back-to-back wins. That's Coach John Freeze, who runs the Colts. And indeed, back-to-back wins over Denver and Jacksonville to even their record at 3-3. There's a 1st down run off tackle to Jonathan Taylor, and he is stopped immediately on his card. And worse to boot, there's a holding penalty on the offense. Titans will accept it. Back them up. It is 1st and 20 at the 18-yard line. Three wide receivers split out now for the Colts. Pittman in the slot. Pittman among the top 10 receivers in the league in catches. Defense gets his run. Here comes a deep ball to Alec Pearson. He's got it. That's good for a 1st down. There is a penalty, but it is a late hit on the quarterback, so tack on 15 more. 29 on the completion. And 15 more on the penalty, but we actually have another injury, and it is to the backup quarterback, Sam Ehlinger. And so the Colts have now lost 2 quarterbacks in the first quarter of this game, and their 3rd-string quarterback, Nick Foles, trots on to the field. John Freeze getting Yahtzee from the Strat Gods. Nick Foles has 42 attempts carded to him, 59.5% completions, 9.5 interception percentage. His interception number is on 7, right and wrong. And that means that in a critical game, the Colts are just going to have to suffer through an injury that, especially down 7-0, is, for all intents and purposes, most likely going to cost them the game. Let's not pretend that doesn't actually happen in the actual NFL at times, because it does. Let's take a look at how long. I see that Sam Ehlinger, who just got hurt, is going to miss the next 6 games. So that makes the Matt Ryan injury even more important, I think it said he was out for one game. Coach is now looking at his third string quarterback card to see what he's looking at. I've already taken the sneak peek. It is not good. Looking at that injury now, Matt Ryan. Great news for the Colts. I missed that detail. I thought Matt Ryan was out longer. Matt Ryan is only injured for the first half. And so that means that the starting quarterback will be back in another quarter and 8+ minutes. So you're already down 7-0 if you're the Colts. And you've got Nick Foles on. You do have Jonathan Taylor. You got a great running back. But you're going to have to limit those pass attempts, my word, and try to run some clock. Yep. John Freeze saying, just as I thought, he throws a lot of picks. John, he does that indeed. But I stand corrected from what I said earlier that this game is over because I don't believe it is any longer. If Matt Ryan is coming back at halftime, anything's possible. I can recall week 1 this year when Patrick Mahomes was lost before the first snap of the game. Or I should say on the first snap of the game. And he was injured for the first half. So, you just have to you got to make the best of it. Yeah, but they mentioned they've not seen that. I haven't either. 2 quarterbacks injured in 1 quarter, but here we are. So, looks like we're ready to go. Nick Foles under center, 1st and 10. Colts, the good news is they are in Titan territory at the 38-yard line. Here's a hitch over the middle to Michael Pittman, and he's got some room, and he's through for a first down. That's going to be a pickup of 13 yards down to the 25 of Tennessee. Defense was guessing run, and Nick Foles can do some damage on flat pass wrong, as long as you stay away from that 7. First down. Now here's a run call from the defense. It is off tackle Jonathan Taylor. And Taylor on his card picks up 3. 2nd down and 7. Zach Moss into the game at tailback now. Blocking back set. 3-4 defense here from Tennessee. Here's a pitch out to Zach Moss going around the edge, and he's got himself a first down. Gain of 9 yards on the play. Down to the Tennessee 13, 1st and 10. Got the defense looking pass. Deion Jackson now in at tailback as Coach John Freeze is sprinkling in a trio of running backs here. Defense calls run. Here's a quick out pass over to the side. Jelani Woods. It's a yak opportunity for him, and Jelani Woods is on into the end zone. Touchdown Colts. Nick Foles, 2 for 2 on the drive. And the Colts get the touchdown they desperately need with their 3rd string quarterback. Chase McLaughlin's coming on for the extra point, and it's automatic and good. And 4:48 to go here in the first quarter. We're all tied up at 7 here. Ensuing kickoff, return down to the 26-yard line. Titans will take over right there. Bear with me a second while I take a look. I want to see about our other game. Looks like we do not have a game number yet, but I'll be keeping an eye on that as Browns and Ravens is coming up next. Critical time for the Ravens as they've started 1-5. They really need wins immediately to get back in this race. Tough start. First down play here. It's a square out pass to the left side. Robert Woods has got it, and it's a pickup of 9 yards as 6 on the white die gives us a 0 column reading. 0 man. 2nd and 1 at the 35. Derrick Henry behind a 2 tight end set. It's a button hook pass. Caught the defense guessing run, and Henry picks up 8. However, holding penalty on the offense wipes it away. Back them up. It's 2nd and 11 now for the Titans at their own 25. Back to pass, and he is targeting Treylon Burks. He's double-teamed, and it doesn't matter. He catches it anyway. Treylon Burks with a pickup of 12 and a personal foul, roughing on the tackle as well. 15 more yards on top of that. So big play there. Give the credit to the defense. Coach John Freeze doubled the right receiver, but Treylon Burks got it. Well, the perfect roll on Tannehill's card. Tannehill now 8 of 9 for 77 yards in this game. Coaches commenting that there are a lot of flags so far. I would have to agree. 4 for 36 and 4 for 35. 70 penalty yards plus. In less than 12 minutes of action. Titans now across midfield at the Indianapolis 48-yard line. Blocking back formation, Derrick Henry in the deep eye. (4-3) here from the Colts. There's a first down run off tackle. Derrick Henry and a nice pickup. 7 yards. 0 man on the defensive card. No linebackers in zone. Nice break for the offense there as Coach Freeze had called run defensively. 2nd and 3 now at the 41. Safety comes up close now, showing blitz. Back to pass. Tannehill. Here's a little dump over the middle to Henry, and the tailback has another one. First down, a 9-yard pickup. There was a penalty on the defense, declined by Tennessee. And the Titans are now 1st and 10 at the Colts' 32-yard line. Titans kicker range also goes out to the 37, but just at a 2 through 4. So he really needs to look at getting in closer to that. Back to pass, looking deep, and here comes a sack to bring him down. Kwity Paye with a big loss of 12 yards on that one. And by the way, the deep zone was open, so Coach Quagliarini timed that long pass correctly as the safety had come up close, but Kwity Paye had other ideas. And that sack makes it 2nd. And 22. 2nd and 22 at the Indy 44. And Coach Freeze making the comment that Kwity Paye has been out with injury for the last 3 games. Welcome back, Kwity Paye. Nickel defense now in this 2nd and long formation. Safety up close, though, showing blitz. So a little eye candy out there to tempt Ryan Tannehill. I think from the Indy 44, if I was Titan coaching, I would take the bait. Let her rip. Tannehill's 9 to 10. Give him a shot. We'll see what he does here. Defense guesses pass, but indeed a run. Pitch out, left side. Derrick Henry going for the edge, and he's going to get himself a 3-yard gain only. Brought down quickly by Zaire Franklin. 3rd down and 19 at the Indy 41. We already mentioned that range out to the 37 is only for a 2 through 4 shot. 2 through 8 and 12, you get closer than that. 3 wide receivers split out here. On 3rd and 19, Colts are going to show the deep 3-2-6 dime. Back to pass. Tannehill looking at Treylon Burks. He's doubled again, and this time the defense, too much. Incomplete pass, just the second one for Tannehill. 4th and 10 at the 19. They're going to have to punt. Coffin corner, and not good enough. Into the end zone, and Colts will now take over. 1st and 10 at their own 20. Still tied 7-7. 36 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Oh, big loss. Sorry, I had to step away, let my cat out of the room for a second. There's an 8-yard loss. Zach Moss on a pitch out tries to just get to the edge, but the defense called run. And you run the risk of losing a lot of yardage on those end runs if they guess it right, and that's what happened. An 8-yard loss there for Zach Moss. 2nd and 18 now. Indianapolis from their own 12. Back to pass. Looking short. Alec Pierce. It's incomplete. 3rd and 18. Boy, that's a scary throw. When I'm looking at him rolling a 5, it's incomplete, but a 7, that would have been picked on a 2 through 11. So on a short pass right, 7 is pretty much an automatic pick. Tied 7-7, big division game. I don't know I'd be throwing that deep in my end. I'd be scared to death. We're all different. 3rd and 18 at the 12. He's back to pass again. Looking short, and it is picked off. Picked off by the Titans at the 23-yard line. Here comes the return, but he's brought down immediately. Roger McCreary on the interception. Pass intended for Paris Campbell by Nick Foles. And I feel bad. I feel like I willed that one into existence. Early second quarter action now. Game's first turnover. Titans take over 1st and 10 at the Colts 21-yard line. Derrick Henry in that tailback, of course. Blocking back formation. The safety up close for the Colts again. John Freeze keeping his safety active. Back to pass, looking deep here is Tannehill, and no good. Incomplete pass attempted to the tight end, Austin Hooper. Tannehill missed it on his card. 2nd down and 10. Here comes an off-tackle run. Derrick Henry to the right side. Defense did guess run, and it's going to be actually a fumble. That ball's loose. It's on the ground. So here's the Colts, a chance to get it, and it is recovered by Tennessee. Offense gets on that ball, and they're going to try to advance it, pick up another yard. 3rd down and 6 here at the 17. Run for Derrick Henry of 3 yards before letting it loose. Tackle on the play by DeForest Buckner. 3rd down and 6 at the 17. Dontrell Hilliard comes in as the tailback here for this 3rd down play. 3rd receiver is Chris Conley. He's in the slot. Back to pass. It's a screen to Hilliard out of the backfield, and he's brought down. Loss of 2, as a matter of fact. 4th and 8 at the 19. Here's Randy Bullock on to attempt a 36-yard field goal to put Tennessee on top. Kick is up, and it is good. Slips just through on the left side. Rolled a 9 on the 2 through 9 and 12. So at 13-12 mark of the second quarter, Titans extend to a 10-7 lead in this game. Ensuing kickoff returned out to the 28, and the Colts will take over right there, trailing in this game by 3 points. Jonathan Taylor, the tailback. We'll see if he's a little gun-shy throwing the ball. I was pretty impressed. He had the whatever to throw twice over the short pass. Here's a little flat pass out to the left side, incomplete, and it was almost intercepted. That was a flat pass right, and on Foles' card, he rolled that 7. But at least on a flat pass, it's 2 through 6 and 12 for the pick. He rolled a 7, barely misses it. So 3 straight passes from Foles, who is now 2 of 5, 2nd and 10. Colts splitting out 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 3-4 defense here from Coach Quagliarini. And here comes a deep pass, but he's brought down. Sack on the play, Danico Autry. Nick Foles was looking to dial it deep on that one as Coach John Freeze has gone into super aggressive mode with his third-string quarterback. I guess one could always argue that your opponent probably not looking for it. 3rd down and 17 after a 7-yard loss on that sack. Here's a pitch out around the edge, but a penalty, false start on the offense. So wheels are quite literally coming off here offensively for the Colts, who appear to be clamoring for their starting quarterback to return to the game. Pulling the game number here for Browns and Ravens because that one is also coming up. We'll take a look at this 3rd and 22 play, and then we'll go ahead and get that other game up and take a look. On 3rd and 22, there's going to be a deep dime defense here from the Titans. 4 wide receivers splitting out here for the Colts, and they're throwing deep again, and here's another sack. Brought down Naquan Jones, a loss of 12. 4th and 34 for the Colts. Back at their own 4-yard line. So Indianapolis giving up sacks and interceptions, and haven't seen them run the ball much since the backup quarterback entered the game. Let's go ahead and move on and see what's going on here with Cleveland and Baltimore, another division matchup. And here we are live in Baltimore. 0-0 is our score. AFC North. Baltimore Ravens, as you can see here, are 1-5 on the year. They're struggling. 0-1 in the division, so they still have 5 division games left starting tonight. So they really need this one. Browns are 4-2. They're looking strong coming out of the gate. Still trail the Cincinnati Bengals there in the division. So that's what's at stake here on this one. Browns coached by Dan Marin. Ravens coached by John Shoemaker. Browns 1st and 10 at their own 33. They're going to open with a button hook pass over the middle to Nick Chubb. And actually, they never get the pass off. Snap fumble. That's on the ground. Loose, and the Ravens have it. So just as soon as I connect to the game, we've got a fumble on the snap, and the Ravens are going to get a short field. 1st and 10 at Cleveland 32-yard line. So far, these two teams, 1 first down on each of their 3 drives we've seen thus far, but no one got a second first down. Ravens now with their 2nd drive of the game. Coach John Shoemaker desperately needing a win here. Off tackle, J.K. Dobbins, and a pickup of 6. 2nd down and 4. Dobbins stays in the game as the tailback and a blocking back set. 4-3 here from the Browns. And it looks like we have a pitch out. J.K. Dobbins going for the edge, and he's brought down immediately by you-know-who. Jadeveon Clowney. Actually, I thought it was to Myles Garrett's side. It was not. But Jadeveon Clowney can beat a 4 on the wide die any day, and that's a 1-yard loss for Dobbins. 3rd down and 5 now at the Cleveland 27. Should we fail to see a conversion here, you can expect Justin Tucker will know what to do. Three wide receivers split out here for Lamar Jackson. Kenyon Drake, the tailback. Nickel from the Browns here. Defense back to guess pass, but it's a draw off tackle in the linebacker zone. Behind it is free. Short gain. Nice run there from Kenyon Drake. There is a penalty flag, but he picks up 13 yards and a first down, and the flag is a personal foul. So Baltimore with a big conversion and a first and goal now at the 7-yard line of Cleveland. First down run up the middle to Dobbins, and he is powering through, and he scores. J.K. Dobbins with a +9 on his card. Good for a 7-yard touchdown run. Justin Tucker on for the extra point, and he does just slip it through. And with 7:12 to go here in the first quarter, your score from Baltimore, the Ravens at home on top, 7-0 over Cleveland. Browns take over after a touchback at their 25-yard line. Take a look here at the path for these teams in a little bit. Defense guesses run, short pass by the Browns to Donovan People-Jones. And it's incomplete. 4-men in zone on the defensive card. That pass is incomplete. Jacoby Brissett, the quarterback for the Browns, having a very good season. Very quietly for this team. There are 3 quarterbacks in the USFFL currently with a 100 or better quarterback rating. Jacoby Brissett is not one of them, but he is number 4, the very next quarterback on that list. He also leads the USFFL in yards per attempt at 7.8. So Dan Morin has his quarterback, a journeyman quarterback, shining early on, and that's part of the formula for why he's got his Browns out to a 4-2 start. Back to pass again, looking short, incomplete again. 3rd down and 10. Brissett misses back-to-back passes right on cue as I salute him. And he's off to a 3-for-8 start to this game. 3rd down and 10 now for Cleveland. They'll stay in the blocking back set, but out of the shotgun now. Chubb and Harrison Bryant flanking Brissett in the backfield. Donovan Peoples-Jones and David Bell split out wide. Dime defense here by Shoemaker and his Ravens. A couple of receivers, I think, hurt here for Cleveland. That's why we're seeing David Bell out there, carded for just 24 catches. And on 3rd down, it's going to be a run draw up the middle to Chubb. He's going to try to get Chubb to get the first down here. Needs 10, Chubb. Chubb gets his card, and Chubb's got himself a short gain and a first down out across the 40 to the 41-yard line, a pickup of 16 yards. Chubb's first carry of this game, and a big 3rd down conversion. Cleveland out to the 41-yard line. Halfway through the second quarter in Tennessee, Titans still up on Indianapolis, 10-7. Excuse me. First down pass. Jacoby Brissett looking short again to Donovan Peoples-Jones. Flushed out of the pocket. And instead, we've got a dump off. This one's going to Njoku, the tight end. It's a yak opportunity, and Njoku fails at that. 2-yard pickup. 2nd down and 8 at the Cleveland 43. Two tight ends set, but the defense for the Ravens in the nickel. Safety up close. They're showing blitz. Here comes a run at the middle of Chubb. Defense did guess run, and that's going to be a 2-yard gain. Linebacker in zone on defensive guard. Right guard could not make the block. And that right guard, by the way, couldn't make the block because guard Wyatt Teller is injured for this game. So that would have been a 6-yard pickup. Instead, it was just 2 yards due to the injury. 3rd and 6 here. Chubb, the tailback, blocking back set. So normal run formation, nickel here from the Ravens. And here comes a run at the middle of Chubb. He's going to try to get it, but it's just a 3-yard gain and a holding penalty on the offense to boot. So 4th and 3, Cleveland from their own 48 because the penalty is declined. So he's going to give him the opportunity to go for it, but Cleveland is going to play it safe and punt it away. 4th and 3. And there is a penalty on the punt, and it is offsides against Cleveland. So if that had been against Baltimore, it's a first down, but that was against Cleveland. So he could take the punt. It went out of bounds at the 14, it looks like. So back him up. He'll go ahead and make him punt again. So Coach Shoemaker elects for the repunt. Cleveland now punting from their own 43. And that's going to be fielded at the 10-yard line by Devin Duvernay. And it's going to be actually just a fair catch. So a net minus 4 yards on that decision. Not major. 1st and 10 Ravens at their own 10-yard line. 3:54 to go here in the first quarter. Coach Shoemaker noting in chat that he lost 4 yards on that decision. He did indeed. But it was going to be a long field either way. Switching now over to Tennessee, where the Titans are driving. 1st and 10 at the Colts 38. Here comes a run off tackle, and Henry gets 3 yards. Derrick Henry on the day, 6 carries, just 19 yards, and a 3.2 average. 2nd down and 7 as Hassan Haskins subs in at halfback for Derrick Henry. Here's an off-tackle run to Haskins, and he's got himself 6 yards on the defensive card. And that sets up a 3rd and 1 at the Indianapolis 29-yard line. Just over 5 minutes remain before halftime here in this AFC South tilt. And on 3rd and 1, it's a quarterback sneak. And Tannehill powers through for 6. Behind his right guard, Nate Davis springs him for a nice drive there. 1st and 10 at the Indianapolis 23. Haskins still in at tailback, and here's a screen to Haskins attacking a 0-rated linebacker on the left side. It's a pickup of 9. Nice pickup, Tannehill to Haskins. 2nd and 1 at the 14-yard line of Indianapolis. Colts trying to extend their division lead in the AFC South. 2 tight ends in here. Derrick Henry returns on 2nd and 1. Safety up close for the Colts, showing blitz. There's a run right at the middle of Henry. Short yardage defense. And it's still a 2-yard pickup. Move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line for the Titans. Now 3:18 remaining in the first half. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. First down pass, dump out to the left side, attacking that linebacker again. 5-yard pickup there. Tannehill hits Robert Woods, and it's 2nd and 5 now at the 7-yard line of Indianapolis. That'll move all the linebackers onto the line of scrimmage. Blocking back set. Derrick Henry's in still. Defense showing blitz. Out of the 4-3, it is a short pass, and it is touchdown. Nick Westbrook again with a touchdown pass, or a reception, I should say, from Ryan Tannehill. 7 yards, caught the defense keying Derrick Henry. Tannehill now with his second touchdown of the game, 14-21, $118 and 2 touchdowns here in the first half. On for the extra point is Randy Bullock. And we'll come back to that, waiting to see that extra point. I wonder if perhaps that game is frozen. We'll see in a second. Titans have extended to a 2-score lead there just before halftime. A 3rd and 11 play here. And it's going to be Brissett scrambling on 3rd and 11 for 15 yards as Jacoby Brissett with a huge 3rd down conversion up near midfield. Browns now 1st and 10 at their own 47. They're still down 7-0. Wow, and a 40-yard kick return on the ensuing kickoff for the Colts. And John Freeze and Indianapolis are now set up 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. 2:06 remains before halftime. Colts trail 17-7. Back to pass, short. It's good. 12-yard completion. Nick Foles strikes another one to Alec Pierce. 1st and 10 at the Tennessee 45 as we have reached the 2-minute warning. I don't know how many times we're running, but he wants to pass. Here's a pitch out this time. Zach Moss is going to get just 1 yard. Got it to his card. Got the defense guessing pass like you like, but bad roll, even though it went to the running back card. 2nd and 9 now. Nick Foles is 4 of 8. Does have that one pick. Colts 3rd string quarterback in case you missed it. Strings 1 and 2 got hurt in the first quarter. Here's a 2nd and 9 run off tackle and a pickup of 4. Jonathan Taylor got 4 yards. Would have been 7 in the wrong column. Defense actually did call pass, but it was a 3 wide receiver, 1 halfback formation. Limited the game there. So 3rd and 5 now at the Tennessee 40. And the Colts again on 3rd and 5 going to show a 3 wide receiver, 1 halfback formation. So that potentially takes away one of your opportunities to hit that wrong column on a run. Mitigates the John Taylor threat a little bit. He's going to run anyway. Defense did guess pass off tackle, and he's going to gain nothing. The onside guard, only a 4 on the white die. And as a matter of fact, that guard is a 4. The blocking was changed to a 0, I believe, because of the formation. So it's 4th and 5 at the 40 of Tennessee. And trailing by 10, the Colts are going to go ahead and elect a punt here with 1 minute remaining. Hard to blame them. Angling it toward the corner, and a nice kick there. Matt Hack puts it out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And with 52 seconds remaining, the Titans will take over. 1st and 10 at their 4. They're up 17-7. Stay for one play, and let's get over and see what's happening in the AFC North. Still one game to kick off here tonight. Saints at Cardinals. Kickoff scheduled for about 30 minutes from now. There's a quick slant over the middle, 3-yard pass to Austin Hooper, 2nd down and 7. We'll see if either team wants to call timeout here. And they don't. Clock runs down to 22 seconds. And I think we'll be in halftime there in nothing flat, but looks like I need to get that Cleveland game back up. So bear with me a second. Appreciate your patience. Titans with a 10-point lead, looking to extend their lead in that division with a victory. We're also in the middle of a game here in the AFC North between the Browns and Ravens. Browns trail the Bengals by 1 game in this division. Early second quarter, Ravens at home up 7-0, and they are now facing a 3rd and 10. The Ravens are offensively. Lamar Jackson operating out of the pistol. 3 wide receivers split out. Defense showing blitz for the Browns. Here's a short pass, and that's going to be picked off by Cleveland. Picked off at the 38-yard line of Baltimore. Nothing doing on the return of the interception by Martin Emerson. Pass intended for Demarcus Robinson. Second turnover of the game. Actually, first turnover of the game for Baltimore. The previous 2 were by Cleveland. So Baltimore gives one back here. Short field for the Brownies, 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of Baltimore. Back to pass, Brissett. He's looking short to Donovan Peoples-Jones, and he's going to actually be forced to run with it. And not much there. Brought down quickly by Patrick Queen, inside linebacker. Gain of 3 on the play, 2nd and 7 at the Baltimore 35-yard line. Defense guesses run, but it's a pass. A little dump out to the side to the tight end Njoku. And receiver opportunity is missed. Wow, Njoku's got a great card. And he rolled the only incompletion on his card. Rolled a 9. Sets up a 3rd and 7. Bad break there for the Cleveland Browns. Short pass, Harrison Bryant, and that's going to be incomplete. Almost intercepted. So these 2 teams a little bit turnover happy right now. Turning that down every now and then. I like to make sure that the broadcast is still working. Sometimes there's no way to tell without having it up beside me. Looks like we're good. 4th down and 7 at the 35. Interesting. Coffin corner punt and a good one. It looks like out of bounds at the 5. But I'm interested because Cleveland had it at the 35-yard line. I'm seeing a 2 through 6 and 12 opportunity. So Coach Dan Marin turns down a 2 through 6 and 12 field goal attempt. Had he missed it, it would have been Baltimore's ball at the 42. So that's I'm not questioning that. I'm just giving the context. And I would say that we can interpret that Coach Marin showing faith in his defense. Pinning them deep here at the 5. Here's a 1st down run and a nice gain of 8 yards. Gus Edwards. Onside tackle made the block on that one. Ronnie Stanley on the block to spring him. 2nd and 2. Here's a run up the middle. Gus Edwards, and he picks up the other 2 yards. First and 10 now at the 15-yard line for Baltimore. As we mentioned at the onset, Ravens in desperate need of a victory, out to a slow 1-5 start on the year. Lamar back to pass, looks short, and this one is picked off, intercepted by the Browns at the 27-yard line. And once again, intercepting player brought down immediately. That ball picked off by Denzel Ward. Lamar Jackson 2 for 6 with 2 pickoffs. And the Browns will take over again, 1st and 10 at the Baltimore 27. And here's a first down play off tackle left side, Nick Chubb. And Chubb goes to the defensive card, gets himself 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Mentioned earlier, Browns have injuries to a couple of receivers. Pharaoh Brown and Michael Woods II are both hurt. And as it happens, I just noticed Amari Cooper out for the first half. That one happened in this game because I did see the injuries pregame. 2nd and 4, run up the middle to Chubb. Caught the defense guessing pass, so an opportunity here. Gain of 3 as it went to the defensive card, and the Ravens had a couple of linebackers stuff in the middle. 3rd and 1 here. Browns at the 18-yard line of Baltimore. Looks like they are underway the second half in Tennessee. Titans still up 17-7. And on 3rd and 1, run up the middle for Chubb. It was a short yardage defense. Let's see if he gets it. He cannot. Roquan Smith, interior linebacker, making a big stuff up the middle. And it sets up 4th and 1 for Cleveland at the 18 of Baltimore. That's a 2 through 8 and 12. That's not even an automatic field goal from there. And indeed, Coach Marin will bring out the offense. 2 tight end set. The center and the left guard both run block at a 6. Everybody else is a 0. 3-4 defense here from Baltimore. Inside run, Nick Chubb. He is keyed. Nice call by Coach Shoemaker. To the defensive card it goes, and he is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of 1 on the play. And guess what? That was +3 or -1. And the difference on that play was once again the injured Wyatt Teller, right guard for the Browns, who cost them a 3rd down conversion earlier in this game and a 4th down conversion here. So what is sometimes a seemingly innocuous injury to a right guard can rear its head at 2 of the most critical times, as noted here by the coach, who tips his cap to his opponent for the good call and says Teller's been in for 3 games, injured for 3 games. That's true. And it's really hurting him in this one. So a turnover on downs. Baltimore now taking over at their own 19-yard line. They're up 7-0. Just over 8 minutes to go before halftime in this one. Mid-second quarter, we have a lot of turnovers. We'll take a look at that in a second. Here's a slant over the middle, incomplete, 2-minute zone. Defense called run, but with a couple-minute zone on the defensive card. That was a dangerous-looking pass. 2nd and 10 for the Ravens. But you look at the turnovers here. Three interceptions now. And a fumble. Turnover on downs. 5 punts. It has been, I think, an offensive shit show. There's a flat pass, empty zone, and it's incomplete nonetheless. Lamar Jackson on his card. Found a soft spot. 3rd down and 10 Ravens. Lamar Jackson now 2 for 8. 15 yards, 2 picks. Now 3rd and 10, Ravens going to split out 3 wide receivers. Dime here from Cleveland, back to pass. Lamar looking short, and he is flushed out of the pocket. And we got a little dump off to the tight end, and Mark Andrews, not quite. 9-yard pickup, 4th and 1. Couldn't quite get it, brought him down. Nice tackle on the play. Denzel Ward just before the stick. So 4th and 1, Ravens punt from their own 28. That's a nice punt, and bounces as well for a little extra yardage inside the 15. Cleveland will take over at their own 14-yard line. 1st and 10, 6:36 to go. So a defensive struggle there in the AFC North. And I said they were underway, but it looks like they are just now underway here in the AFC South. 3rd quarter action. First down screen pass to Derrick Henry, and he's going to get himself nothing, incomplete. Derrick Henry with an opportunity on his card. And he's got a pretty good card. Nice flat pass weapon. 12.1 per catch, B-rated yak. Helps to make that offense dangerous. 2nd and 10, though, after that incompletion. Colts safety again up close, showing Bliss. Defense gets his pass. Pitch out, Derrick Henry. And he's going to get himself a 4-yard gain. But a personal foul on Indianapolis. At 15, and it's 1st and 10 Titans up at their 44-yard line. These two teams continue to pile on the penalties. We're barely into the 3rd quarter here. 13 penalties in this game for a combined 116 yards, it looks like. So a sloppy game. Coaches saying the same exact thing in the chat. Welcome, Anthony, to the broadcast. Welcome, Anthony. First down slant pass, incomplete. Austin Hooper. Got the defense guessing run and got it to the defensive card and almost caught the long range. Nice fail. 2nd and 10. Anthony, if you can hear me, you might turn down the volume on your TV or put yourself on mute.
Sorry.
No problem.
Didn't realize you had me on the broadcast, Tim. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I saw you were there.
College football, like every night of the week now. It's
Oh, you got to like that, huh?
yeah.
Second and 10, short pass here. And that's going to be a pickup of 10. There is a penalty. First down yardage on the play. And personal foul on the offense.
Huh.
No, I'm sorry. Nope, I misread that. That is a personal foul again on Indianapolis, who continues to stack up penalties. That's now 9 for 86 yards. Early 3rd quarter. So 1st and 10, Titans now at the 31-yard line. Back to pass, looking deep, and the zone is empty. Going to Treylon Burks, incomplete. The safety had come up close, double-teaming the tight end, and Coach Quagliarini made the call to go deep at the right time. And it did go to the defensive card, but it caught a soft spot, 2nd down and 10.
Quite a soft spot. You know, there's a handful of teams that have that 8-9 incomplete. It really frees your free safety up with confidence.
Yep, that's not the kind of long pass I'm looking at. I would love to have that. Although there are still quite a few long gains up there, but you're right, lower odds for sure. Here's a 2nd and 10 run to Derrick Henry, sniffed out nicely by the defense. They did call run. And Henry on his card, cares not, with a short gain. Derrick Henry for 12 yards and a first down into the red zone of Indianapolis. So credit to John Freeze. Called run. Derrick Henry on his card, short gain nonetheless.
That hurts.
That does hurt. Henry now 37 yards rushing on the game.
I faced that long pass setup 2 games in a row now. And when you don't have a quarterback with a lot of long pass completions, it feels kind of pointless.
Yeah. Here's a 2-yard gain around the left edge to Derrick Henry. 2nd down and 8. Yeah, it's
but you're still going to fire away. I mean, to your point, the long gains are there. I mean, I hit one against Seattle for 75 yards and a touchdown on his part, 0 men. I mean, it happens, but it's a tough proposition.
And more importantly, if you don't show the willingness to do that, they're going to bury you with that free safety all day long. Here's a 7-yard run to set up 3rd and 1. Nice pick of Derrick Henry. Yeah, you gotta show the willingness to throw long, or that free safety is just going to be, hassling you all day long. That's the way I look at it.
Yep.
So a big 3rd and 1 here for Tennessee at the Indianapolis 10-yard line. They're already up by 10 points. There's a little dump pass and incomplete. Tannehill to Derrick Henry. They couldn't beat the linebacker. First time they didn't attack the 0-rated linebacker on the left side. Went to the opposite side, and it cost them 4th and 1 at the 10. So this will be an interesting call. You've got a decent offensive line up the middle. Not great, but they can do some run blocking. You only need a yard. You've got Derrick Henry. You got a good flat pass quarterback. You're at the 10. And after saying all that, Coach Quagliarini trots his kicker onto the field. Randy Bullock sets up for the 27-yarder and puts it right through. And with 11:24 to go here in the 3rd quarter, the Tennessee Titans at home extend to a lead of 20-7 over Indianapolis. The Colts got down to their 3rd-string quarterback early in this game, and we're stuck with Nick Foles. But only till halftime. Matt Ryan's back, and they're going to be calling on him to come back from a 2-score deficit. We head over to Baltimore now, where the Ravens have extended to a 10-0 lead.
Yeah, I don't believe the record's here. This is a really well-carded, balanced game both ways. Yeah, don't look at the standings. This is a tight one.
Oh, yeah, Baltimore's dangerous. No doubt about it. Off tackle run. Chubb could not beat the nose tackle. And that's the difference. It's 4th and 6 at the 29. And Cleveland brings on their punter right at the 2-minute warning. Still down 10-0. A 49-yard punt fielded at the 22-yard line by Duvernay, and a nice return. 16 yards up the right side out to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 there for Baltimore. 1:52 to go. Only 2 Cleveland possessions have made their way into Baltimore territory. One ended at a punt at the 35-yard line. They did also get to the 19-yard line on the next possession, only to turn it over on downs. Incomplete long pass on 1st down from Lamar. It just barely missed it on long wrong. Just missed that. 2nd and 10 here. Here's a screen pass to the tailback, Drake. And a good yak opportunity for him that is wasted. Just 6 yards, though. Penalty, though, holding on the offense. So Baltimore backing up now. 2nd and 20 at their own 28. 1:37 to go before halftime. Here's an in run to Lamar Jackson and a nice call by the defense, sniffing that one out and brought him down immediately. No gain. Could have been worse. In run right on Lamar's card. 3rd and 20 for Baltimore. Browns will drop into the dime here. Looking deep on this pass, Lamar, and incomplete. He was targeting Isaiah Likely. One man in zone made the stop on the defensive card, and it's 4th and 20. Baltimore punts. Still 1:22 to go here. Cleveland with 2 timeouts to work with. A 49-yard punt fielded by the Browns at their 23 and brought down immediately as Demetric Felton. So the Browns, 1:15 to go and 2 timeouts. They trail 10-0. Browns come into this game ranking 4th in the USFFL at 29.5 points per game. Struggling to get on the board here in Baltimore. First down pass on that one is 12 yards, though, to Njoku, and Brissett gets a first down out to the 35-yard line, 107. Here's a screen pass, and Chubb, incomplete. Roquan Smith, the linebacker, makes the stop on the defensive card, 2nd and 10. Two tight ends here from Cleveland. Baltimore are going to go ahead and stay in the nickel here with just 60 seconds remaining before half. And here's an off-tackle run, Chubb, and he's going to get 6 yards. Chubb goes to the defensive card, and 6 on the white die. Beats the nose tackle. And indeed, Cleveland will take the second of their 3 timeouts. Stops the clock at 52 seconds. 3rd and 4. Cleveland at their 41. Excuse me. Here's a quick slant and an open zone, and Njoku with a first down. 9-yard completion up to the 50-yard line. And a hurry-up offense. Cleveland lets the clock run. They save the timeout. Down to 37 seconds and counting now. 2 tight end set. Nickel defense here from the Ravens. Excuse me. And a pitch out to the left side. Nick Chubb going to the edge, and he's got a short gain. Nick Chubb for 14 and a first down. He is not out of bounds. Brought down at the 36-yard line. Defense called run. Chubb got a short gain on the right column at a critical moment. And they're going to spike it here, stopping the clock with 22 seconds remaining. Cleveland retains their last timeout. 2nd and 10 at the 36. From here, it's a 2 through 6 and 12. Pitch out to Chubb. He's got room inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 14. Brought down in bounds. They're going to have to spike it again. A pickup of 22 on the play. He spikes it here. He has the timeout. That could stop it with 15 seconds. So that's the probable play here. You can also spike it at 8 seconds. At the 14, even from there, field goal, just 2 through 8 and 12. So he does the spiking of the ball. 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 8 seconds. There's still 1 timeout remaining. 2 tight end offense. He might choose to run this, and if he doesn't get the touchdown figure, he's closer. He's into that automatic 2 through 11 field goal range. That might be the play down 10-0. Let's see what he does. Defense gets his pass. Draw. Chubb up the middle. And Chubb's got 7. Cleveland's going to burn their last timeout. 1 second remaining. And that's going to set up a 2 through 11 field goal. So kind of sniff that one out. Cade York on to kick it. He's got it. And as time expires here, Cleveland on the road will go into halftime with a field goal in the bank and a 10-3 deficit against Baltimore. Let's switch over now and check out what's going on in the AFC South. Looks like we are going to have to close the game and reopen. So bear with me while I do that. Triple header action. We still have Saints and Cardinals kickoff coming up here in a matter of minutes. And as I say that, the Saints-Cardinals game already has posted the number. That game is already in progress. We'll get there, and let's go ahead and get back to Colts and Titans. All right. Game should be popping up any second now. Come on. All right. So we are still 20-7, Tennessee leading over Indianapolis. Colts have the ball at the Tennessee 39, and it's 4th and 4. Colts are going to go for it. So we do have a high leverage moment here. Colts trail 20-7. They're down 13, 7:12 to go, third quarter. They face a 4th and 4 at the Tennessee 39. Off tackle, Deion Jackson. He's brought down. 4-yard loss on the play. Went to the defensive card, and the Titans are either ranked excellent or supreme, one of the two, on run defense. Colts went nowhere. Turnover on downs. Titans up 13, take over. 1st and 10 at their own 43, and indeed the Titans are ranked excellent on run defense. So the Titans looking to put away the Colts here at home. 2nd and 10 now at their own 43. Here's a screen pass, 2-minute zone, incomplete. Tried to hit Derrick Henry out to the left side, and Coach Freeze sniffed out, even doubled up that zone. So 3rd and 10. Risky pass there from Tannehill. Dontrell Hilliard comes in at tailback now. Derrick Henry is out. Tannehill out of the shotgun. Safety up close. Colts show blitz out of the nickel. Back to pass, but he's going to scramble with it and try to run for the first down, and he's not quite there. Tannehill brought down after a gain of 8, 4th and 2. At the Indianapolis 49 and up by 13. Coach Quagliarini going to play it safe, of course. Here comes a coffin corner punt by Stonehouse. And looks like that actually is going to be fielded. Didn't get out of bounds. Fielded at the 5-yard line. Fair catch there. So 95 yards away now for the Colts. 5:06 remains, third quarter. Colts down 20-7. Now it's time to maybe a good time to take a look at the offensive comparison. Yeah, Tennessee up 191 to just 135. Colts only 135 yards of offense so far. First down pass is incomplete as Colts found a flat pass zone, doubled up. 2nd and 10. Matt Ryan, 4 of 10 in the game for 39 yards. Again, he missed most of the first half as the Colts were quickly whittled down to a third-string QB. Flat pass, Michael Pittman, and he's got it. He's got first down and yardage is out to the 25 and to the 28. First down, pick up a 23. 6 on the white die on the defensive card. Gave him a 0-man result and a flat pass of 23 yards. Colts out to the 28, 1st and 10. There comes a run up the middle. Jonathan Taylor, pick up a 4. That was on the wrong column for Taylor. 2nd and 6. Taylor stays in for the Colts. Blocking back set. And another run right up the middle. Defense guesses pass again. This time just a 2-yard gain as it went to the defensive card. And even with 0 men in zone, we already said Titans stuff the middle. 3rd down and 4 now. Here's a quick out to Kylan Grayson and a pick up of 5. Just enough for the Colts to move the sticks. Matt Ryan on right column on his card. Got what he needed. 1st and 10 now. Colts out to their 39-yard line. I mentioned the run defense of Tennessee. Ranks 9th, allowing 111 per game. There's a flat pass incomplete as Jelani Woods couldn't make the reception on his card on the right column. 2nd and 10. Still plenty of time left here. Colts just need to string together sustained offense and get back in this game. 3 wide receivers split out here on 2nd and 10. Jonathan Taylor, the lone tailback. Here comes an off-tackle run, and that's going to be brought down right away. There is a penalty, and that's going to be a penalty on the defense. Encroachment. And that wastes a good run stop by the defense. 5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 5 for Indianapolis. Getting a headset soon, then I'll be able to hit mute when I've got this nagging cough. Apologies. 2nd and 5. Here's a run. Off tackle just to pick up a 2 is Zach Moss on his card on the wrong column. It looks good, but not on that roll. 3rd and 3 for the Colts. From their own 46, they really need this conversion. Taylor stays in the blocking back, short yardage defense, but it's a hitch over the middle, and that's going to be Pittman's got it. He beats the linebacker and has got himself a 17-yard pickup inside the 40 down to the Tennessee 37. Michael Pittman, his 6th catch, 72 yards in this game. Final minute of the 3rd quarter. Colts on the march, back to pass. Matt Ryan looking short. Paris Campbell is who he's targeting, but he's going to have to ditch it. Little dump pass on the left side to Jelani Woods, or Robert Woods, I'm sorry. And it's going to be a 1-yard loss as Woods couldn't do anything with the yak on that. And actually, I'm sorry, it is Jelani Woods. My apologies. So 2nd and 11 now for the Colts at the 38-yard line. About to go to the 4th quarter here. Neither team has 200 yards of offense in this one. 4 wide receivers splitting out now on 2nd and 11 for the Colts. And despite that, Titans will stay in their 3-4. They want to keep their linebackers in play. There's a flat pass to Paris Campbell, and that's going to be a 10-yard pickup. 6 on the white die. Got that to the 0-man column. Paris Campbell makes the catch. His first of the game, 3rd down and 1. Colts now at the Tennessee 28. As we go to the 4th quarter, they're down by 13, so a field goal would cut it to 10. Definitely something to consider if you're Coach John Freeze. And on 3rd and 1, he's going to split out 4 wide receivers. So he'll go ahead and split him out, and he's back to pass, looking deep and brought down. Sack on the play, Jeffrey Simmons. And an 11-yard loss, making it 4th and 12. Out of field goal range. If you can get the variable +2, you can get to a 2 through 8 and cut this game to 10. Wow, just a rough time to take that gamble on the long pass. Gave up the sack, and now he's bringing on the punter. from the 39-yard line. Here comes the coffin corner, and it's not even going to get out of bounds. So just a net of plus 19 on that one. So a wasted opportunity there for the Colts. Titans, 14:06 remaining, fourth quarter. Still up 20-7, take over at their 20-yard line. Jumping over to the AFC North, third quarter action. Ravens now up on Cleveland 17-3, and they have the ball. 2nd and 4 now at their own 46. So Baltimore, third quarter, getting a touchdown pass. Lamar Jackson to Devin Duvernay, 39 yards to extend to a 2-touchdown lead. And now an 18-yard flat pass to the aforementioned Duvernay has the Ravens inside the 40-yard line to the Cleveland 36. So Baltimore up by 2 scores and looking to apply a little more pressure here as they march toward the red zone. Coach John Shoemaker might be getting back on track. We switch over here to the AFC South as we're fourth quarter action there. Titans facing a 2nd and 9 at their own 35-yard line. Here's an off-tackle run, Derrick Henry, and he's got himself a 4-yard pickup. But a penalty on the play, offense, dead ball, back him up 5 yards, 2nd and 14. Derrick Henry in the fourth quarter, 13 carries, 47 yards, just 3.6 per. And a fumble. But the Titans still lead this game by 2 scores. 4-2-5 defense from Cleveland showing blitz, back to pass, and forced to scramble. Rolling out to the right side is Tannehill, and he's got himself a nice pickup, 9 yards. That'll set up a much more manageable 3rd and 5 at the Tennessee 39. 3 wide receivers now, 1 halfback. Derrick Henry is out. Dontrell Hilliard in at tailback. Coach John Freeze showing blitz again as his safety. Very aggressive, staying up close in this game. Showing that out of the nickel here. Big 3rd and 5, back to pass, Tannehill. And he is brought down, sack on the play. Colts get one. It's DeForest Buckner. A loss of 7, sets up 4th and 12. Critical sack there needed by the Colts. And that's going to force the Titans to punt from their 32. Stonehouse. A nice boot, 54 yards inside the 20, fielded at the 14-yard line. Kiki Kuti fair catches it there. And with 11:06 remaining, Colts take over at their own 14, still down 20-7. And we cut over to Baltimore, where an extra point from Tucker has now made it 24-3 as the Ravens extend to a 3-touchdown lead with 6 minutes remaining in the third quarter. So the Ravens at home, finally getting things to break their way in a critical division matchup. And if they can get to 2 and 5 here, they'll also be 1 and 1 in division play. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run, is how Baltimore got in to take that 3-touchdown lead. And now back to the AFC South. There's a deep ball we just missed from Matt Ryan to Alec Pierce, connecting for 31 yards. Found that with one man on the defensive card. Pierce now 3 catches, 72 in the game. And that puts the Colts 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 4 wide receivers split out again, back to pass, and brought down, sack. Jeffrey Simmons again, his 2nd of the game. Titans 4 sacks on Colts quarterbacks in this game. Loss of 5, 2nd and 15, Indianapolis from their 44. Jonathan Taylor on the game, just 8 carries, 25 yards. Zach Moss, 6 carries, 11. Again, 4 wide receivers split out for the Colts. 3-4 defense here from the Titans. And back to pass. It's short to Michael Pittman. He is doubled by the linebacker. We've got a flush. So quarterback Matt Ryan now going to another target and a nice pickup here, 9 yards. Ashton Doolin on the scramble, Joe, picks up 9, and it's 3rd down and 6 for the Colts at the Tennessee 47. And with just 8:06 remaining in the fourth quarter and the Colts trailing by 13, I think at this point it's safe to say it's 4-down territory and time to go for this if you don't get it, probably. Here's a screen to the tailback, Deion Jackson. And a pick of a 5, not quite, 4th and 1 at the Tennessee 42. I think the Colts have to go for it. They are staring at an excellent run defense. And looks like they're teasing pass. 4 wide receivers split out here for the Colts. Coach Quagliarini, 3-4 defense here for his Titans. Wonder if we might see a Matt Ryan sneak here. Inside run, Jonathan Taylor is the call. Defense guesses pass, and Taylor, he's got a 1st down and into the secondary, a gain of 18. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Jonathan Taylor with a big 4th down conversion. Caught the defense guessing pass, up by a couple scores. Probably didn't want to give up a deep ball. I get that. Now back to pass, looking short and incomplete. Matt Ryan couldn't connect with Paris Campbell. 2nd down and 10. 7.5 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. 4 wide receivers split out again for Indianapolis. Back to pass, Matt Ryan, it's incomplete. On the short ball, that one went to Michael Pittman, and again, Ryan on his card. Can't find it. 3rd down and 10. Now operating out of the shotgun. Titans in the nickel. They bring the blitz. Back to pass, looking short, and it's caught. 1st down yardage. On the defensive card, Rizzola receiver, and Alec Pierce with another big catch. This one now makes it 1st and goal. Colts at the 10-yard line. 6:36 remains. So if the Colts can convert on this 1st and goal, we have a brand new ball game here. They split out 4 wide receivers again. 3-4 defense from the Titans. There's a flat pass to Paris Campbell, incomplete. Doubled by a linebacker, not that it mattered. 2nd and goal at the 10. Cleveland in the red zone, trying to get back into it in Baltimore. Cleveland facing a 3rd and 3 at the Baltimore 16-yard line. 2:24 to go, 3rd quarter. They're down by three touchdowns. Colts here, 2nd and goal at the 10, splitting out 4 wide receivers. Brissett with an incomplete pass. We're going to stay here in Baltimore. 4th and 3, Cleveland, down 3 touchdowns. They're at the Baltimore 16. They got to have it. The key is on Nick Chubb. Short pass to Donovan Peoples-Jones. Rizzola's receiver, and Peoples-Jones has the catch. And he's got the end zone. Touchdown. Brissett to Peoples-Jones. 16 yards and a score. Extra point pending. Injury on the play to Odafe Owe. of Baltimore. And he's out for 2 games. Left outside linebacker. So that's going to be a 2-score game, late third quarter. We'll come back there. Right now we have the Colts 3rd and goal at the 8. They split out 4 wide receivers. Titans out of the nickel. There is no flat pass to be had. Back to pass, looking short to the defensive card. To Paris Campbell, he's got it. Touchdown, Colts. Matt Ryan to Paris Campbell, his 3rd catch of the game, and Matt Ryan's first touchdown pass has cut it to a 1-score game, 20-13. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's good. And with 5:42 remaining in Tennessee, the Titans now only 6-point lead on Indianapolis. So the Colts have just hung around and hung around and hung around. And now with 5:42 remaining, they're back in this ball game. They're going to kick it away and a touchback. And so the Titans will look to run away the clock. And I can tell you, Derrick Henry's got carries to boot. 17 carries remaining before his next fatigue level. Now, he may be protecting him for fatigue overall, but he certainly has plenty of carries to hammer here in the 4th quarter if he wants to. 1st and 10. Titans from their 25. Blocking back set. Colts are going to operate out of the 4-3. The safety of note, not showing blitz on this play as he's been doing more often throughout the earlier portion. First down pass play, quick slant over the middle. He's doubled to the tight end and incomplete. Ooh, that was close. Give the coach credit. Coach John Freeze made the right call, doubling the right receiver. Austin Hooper put an extra man in zone and resulted at an incompletion. 2nd and 10, almost intercepted. Derrick Henry settles in behind Tannehill again. 4-3 from the Colts. Here comes a run. Derrick Henry to his card, and he's brought down immediately. And a flag on the play, holding on the offense to boot. Derrick Henry on his wrong column, hit nothing. And a flag made it worse. March off the yardage. 2nd and 20 now. Tennessee at their own 15. Both teams now 9 penalties in the game. And Tennessee needing to get 8 or 10 yards here to try to set up a more manageable 3rd down opportunity. Or they're going to be giving this ball right back to Indianapolis. 2nd and 20. Here's a draw off tackle. Derrick Henry. He wants his card. He gets his card. And on his card, Derrick Henry is loose in the secondary. He's across the 30, the 40. He's across midfield, inside the 40, inside the 30, and down to the 29. A pickup of 64 has Derrick Henry on his card. It's the long gain on 11. A crushing play for the offense. The Colts now, they're only up 6, or they're only trailing by 6, but automatically after that run, Titans are now in field goal range with 4:30 remaining. At the 29 here, it is already a 2 through 8 and 12 for Randy Bullock. It gets close to automatic at the 12. Derrick Henry now 14 carries, 103 in the game after that huge sprint. Good question being asked. Why didn't he get the full 64? He did get a stop at 56 yards. That's a great question. Oh, home and away, I would guess. No, I don't think so. Well, that doesn't make sense. I'd have to ask Anthony. If Anthony's listening, he could probably answer. I'm going to take, if I can get it in, snuck it in real quick here, a screenshot. I'd like to see that answered at some point. Run capped by rule. Uncapped at 56. Yeah, I guess that's right. That's going to be Derrick Henry's longest. And here comes another run from Derrick Henry. And guess what? It's another long gain. Same run, same roll, same 11. It's a touchdown. There's a penalty and wipe it away. Holding on Tennessee. Can you believe it as things got crazy here? So back-to-back long gains from Derrick Henry. The second one is a holding penalty to wipe it away and backs him out of field goal range. Huge penalty. The 19th of this game, 4:12 remains. Tennessee up by 6. They're now facing a 1st and 20 at the 39. Interesting comment by the coach. Back-to-back would have been unfair, LOL. That's Coach Pete Quagliarini expressing some guilt he would have felt at busting out back-to-back long gains. I think Pete might be programmed a little differently than I am. I don't ever feel that guilty if I would get that. All right, back to action. 1st and 20 now at the 39-yard line of Indianapolis. Derrick Henry, the tailback, in a blocking back set. Colts are going to operate out of the nickel here. Long field goal range is just a 2 through 4. Defense gets his run. It's a button hook. So it's a fake, and it's going to Derrick Henry on the button hook. And we've got a yak opportunity, +4 from the quarterback, and Henry's going to add 8 more, 12 yards. So get a lot of that yardage back from the penalty. 2nd down and 8 now at the 27. From here, that's a 2 through 8 and 12, 3:36 and counting. We still have NFC action underway. Saints at Cardinals. We'll cut to that at the conclusion of this game. Off tackle Derrick Henry, and he's going to get just a yard on the right column. And that's going to set up a 3rd and 7 at the 26. High leverage play here. 2 tight end set. Derrick Henry, the tailback. 4-3 defense from Indianapolis. Titans just 3 of 9 on 3rd downs today. 33%. Defense gets a short yardage run, but it's a pass short and incomplete to Jeff Swaim. Holding call against the offense, so a double negative there for the offense. Another holding penalty. Back him up now. 3rd and 17 at the Indianapolis 36. So from here, I'm now back into the 2 through 4 range. He might want to run this to get a better field goal opportunity. 6-point lead. Tennessee, a field goal here is as good as gold. Blocking back set. Derrick Henry, the tailback. Defense is showing nickel. Will he run it? And will the defense out of the nickel guess run? I think I might. Defense guesses pass. It is slant over the middle. Quick slant. 2-man in zone. But it goes to the quarterback card, and it's good for 6 yards. Big break there for the offense. As a quick slant over the middle of the tight end Hooper is good for 6 despite 2 linebackers. 4th and 11 at the 30. Here comes a 2 through 8, 12 field goal from 47 yards away. Randy Bullock is on to extend to a 2-score lead just before the 2-minute warning. If he misses this, the Colts are really in the game just fine. If he makes it, Colts would need 2 scores too fast. Big kick here from 47 yards. It is up, and it is good. The Titans drill it, and they extend to a lead of 23-14 at the 2-minute warning. Ensuing kickoff is 9 yards deep. And I assume the Colts are going to sit down on that and take it at the 25, and they do. So the final 2 minutes, Colts now down 2 scores. Let's check in Baltimore. And we got a new ball game as the Browns have just gotten a touchdown. On a punt return, Donovan Peoples-Jones, a 66-yard punt return touchdown. And that makes it 24-19. We're waiting on the extra point here, I think. Wow. So the Ravens had a 10-7, 10-3 halftime lead. They extended it to a 24-3 lead. But now it's 24-19. Brown's going to go for the 2-point conversion, try to cut it to a field goal game. Run up the middle to Nick Chubb to the defensive card, and Chubb's got it. 2-point conversion on the defensive card. And Cleveland has come storming back here in the second half. Now trails 24-21 in Baltimore. New game there. Wow. Indianapolis still trails by 2 scores there. We'll keep an eye on it. Short pass, Lamar Jackson, and that's going to be actually, it's good. He got it. Mark Andrews with the reception. 1st and 10. Ravens now out to their own 35. Browns gets run, but it's not. Quick out pass. Mark Andrews again. And a yak opportunity set up there by Lamar Jackson. And a nice pickup. 16 yards combined as tight end Mark Andrews adds 11 yards of yak. 1st and 10 now into Cleveland territory at the 49-yard line. Mark Andrews with a good roll on his C-rated yak. Lamar Jackson, 50% completions now. 14 of 28 for $168. Here comes a 1st down run up the middle, and it's going to lose a yard. Coach Dan Marin sniffing out a run call there. And Gus Edwards couldn't get anything on his card. 2nd and 11. Here's a quick slant over to an empty zone over the middle. Isaiah Likely's got it. And he's over for a 1st down inside the 40, down to the 34 of Cleveland, a pickup of 16. First and 10 at the Cleveland 34 now. 8 minutes and change remaining in Baltimore. Here comes a flat pass to Demarcus Robinson, incomplete. Interception split roll on Lamar's card. He misses it on a 2, 3, and 12, 2nd and 10. Back to pass, looking short. It's incomplete. Lamar Jackson, short pass wrong that time and couldn't hit it on his card. 2nd and 10, Ravens at the 34 of Cleveland. Browns now showing blitz from their safety. Out of the 4-3, here's a sneak up the middle to Lamar Jackson and 7 yards as that line plows forward for him. Linebacker was in the zone, but it mattered not. Good 2nd down pickup on the ground. 3rd and 3 at the Cleveland 27. So big 3rd down play here. Defense gets his run. Flat pass to the left side. It's good. Mark Andrews has got himself a 17-yard gain inside the red zone down to the 10-yard line, and the defense doubled the flats. Called run. But that ended up on the quarterback card, looking at the wrong column. The Browns were on the wrong end of that. 1st and goal now, Ravens at the 10-yard line. And this is the series the Browns need. They trail by 3. And with 6:36 remaining, they can ill afford to let the Ravens extend again to a 10-point lead. Lamar Jackson now over 200 yards passing in the game. Safety up close for the Browns, showing blitz. Defense gets his run, but it's a little square and pass over the middle. Yak opportunity to Duvernay, and he's going to march that right into the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens. 2nd touchdown pass of the game of Lamar Jackson to Duvernay. And with 6:18 remaining in the 4th quarter, the Baltimore Ravens at home get a big touchdown and extend to a lead of 10 points, provided Tucker nails the extra point. And Tucker hits it. 31-21. Browns down by 10. Ravens score on a 9-play, 60-yard drive that ended in that touchdown pass from Lamar to Duvernay. Ensuing kick, and the Browns take over at their 30 with 6 minutes remaining and 3 timeouts. They trail by 10. Checking in at the AFC South, it is victory formation time now as the clock has run out. Your final score, Tennessee at home beats the Colts 23-14 to extend their division lead. Titans will improve here to 5-1 with a 2-0 division record. Indianapolis Colts will fall to 3-4 and 2-3 in the division, including now being swept by the Titans, who appear to be close to walking away with that division at 5-1. Jaguars and Texans also with something to say about that. I should, before I do, let's invite coaches on. Coaches invited on. Still a big game going. All right. No pressure. All right. We close out that game. We get back to the AFC North. Third and 7. Inside draw, and just to pick up a 5, Nick Chubb beat the nose tackle on the white die, but not enough for a first down. 4th and 2, Cleveland at their own 38, 4:12 to go. So it's 4-down territory. They're going to go for it, obviously. 2 tight end set here. Chubb's the tailback. Ravens sitting in the nickel. They're going to be looking to guard for the pass. And here's a deep ball, 2-minute zone, and incomplete. Lamar Jackson went to his card, which is where the opportunity was. He missed a couple of must runs. I said Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry, I meant Jacoby Brissett. Missed a couple of must run opportunities, but he missed everything. And so a 4th down conversion fails, and Baltimore takes over at the Cleveland 38, up by 10 with less than 4 minutes remaining. They're about to run away with this one, most likely. 1-yard run on first down, 2nd and 9 at the Cleveland 37, now 3:18 left. Browns are still in it if they can hold to a field goal here, maybe. But they'll have to move quickly. And the odds will be long. 2nd and 9 run up the middle. Drake. Again, this time a pick up a 5, beating the linebacker in zone with a wide die. 3rd and 4. Ravens at the 32 of Cleveland. Between plays here, let's see if we can't pick up that Saints Cardinals game numbers. We're about to pull that one up in a second here. 3rd and 4 for the Ravens. First down here, go a long way to sealing it. Here's a sneak up the middle to Lamar Jackson, and he's going to get through. 6-yard gain. 4 on the white die. Still beats the left tackle. And that's first down as Cleveland burns their first timeout. And it appears to be all over pretty much, but the final score. Cleveland does still have 2 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. But they do need 2 scores. Pulling up that NFC game now. Let's see what's going on there. Arizona at New Orleans. And we have the Arizona Cardinals in the 3rd quarter already. 9 minutes to go, leading New Orleans 10-7. And getting a pitch out run, 5 yards to Darrell Williams. So we'll be back here in a bit. Let's go ahead and finish what's going on here in the AFC first. 4-yard run, and Cleveland's going to burn their final timeout, I would presume. Actually, it looks like they still have 1 remaining. 3rd and 1. Ravens can clinch it with 1 yard here. Here comes the sneak from the quarterback. And Lamar Jackson is through, and he keeps running, and he is brought down at the 1, 1st and goal. That's going to seal it. Cleveland can burn their last time out if they want. And by the way, if the Ravens want to score here, I get it. And I say that because in division games, points sometimes matter. You're at the 1 anyway. The risk is minimal. I'd punch it in. But instead, John Shoemaker's going to take a knee. Excuse me. And Coach Dan Morin unable to stop the clock. This game's going to be over in a sec here. And the game is over. Your final score in Baltimore, the Ravens pick up their second win of the season. A division victory over the Cleveland Browns, 31-21. Congratulations goes out to John Shoemaker on the big win there. Pete asking how to join the broadcast. Let me go ahead and see if I can't help him out. Give me a second here. In Slack, go to the USFFL broadcast channel and look for the link that says to join. We'll see if that gets him there. All right. Take a look at the lobby here real quick. Nobody there yet. All right, let me get the cards out for the final game of the night. NFC action. All right, so we have the Saints on the march here. They're in Arizona trailing 10-7. We'll start to look at some of the details of this game as we go. Saints are coached by Coach Dan Sir. And the Arizona Cardinals, coached by John Carter, his first year in the USFFL, looking for his first win of the season. He's been close many times. 3rd and 1, and the Cardinals bring down Kamara for a 1-yard loss, and it's 4th and 2. That's a big, big defensive stop there. It's going to force a field goal attempt. Will Lutz drills it. But that's going to tie the game 10-10 now. Check the lobby and see what we've got going there. Looks like we still are without any of our visiting coaches, so we'll keep going with our broadcast here. Let's go ahead and take a look. I know there was some. I looked at some fatigued players here, so I believe, let's take a look. It was a quarterback and a skill player on both teams. James Conner. Let's take a look. So James Conner, running back, and DeAndre Hopkins, receiver for Arizona, are out of this game for fatigue. And then they're missing Ben Lehman, a linebacker, Fotu, and Will Hernandez. Hernandez is a guard, offensive right guard. So, and then the, sorry, I had that pulled up. The Saints, Jameis Winston and Jarvis Landry are fatigued in this game as well. 3rd and 3 here for the Cardinals. It's a screen, and it's going to be incomplete. Darrell Williams could not beat the linebacker despite the 5 on the white die. So 4th and 3, Cardinals punting away from their 32. Nice punt, but a 14-yard return. Rashid Shaheed. And the Saints will begin this drive 1st and 10 at their own 32. Saints have outgained the Cardinals in this game 297-146. So better than a 2-1 advantage. And there are no turnovers. Somehow the Arizona Cardinals have made the most of their opportunities because they're tied 10-10. Here's an off-tackle run, and Kamara goes for just 2. Kamara, a good game so far, 16 totes for 91 yards. Here's a run to Mark Ingram, and he has got room, short yardage. Short gain, a pickup of 13. Saints now into Arizona territory at the 43. Short pass and good for 13 yards. Andy Dalton to Rashid. 1st and 10 at the Arizona 30-yard line. And off tackle, brought down, loss of 2. Defense keyed on Kamara on that play. Nice call, Coach John Gardner. So I mentioned Jameis Winston out, but it's actually Andy Dalton that has the lion's share, 378 attempts carded. Jameis Winston, 115. 5-yard penalty has backed up the Saints, 2nd and 17 now at their own 37. Here's a run, Kamara, and he's going to pick up just 5. Gets the 5 yards back, but it's 3rd and 12 at the Arizona 32-yard line. From here, that's a 2 through 6, 11, and 12. Off tackle run, Kamara, 5 yards. Sets up 4th and 7, so not a high likelihood play of a first down. Here comes a field goal from Will Lutz, and he's got it. 2 through 6, 11, and 12, so not the best odds from there, but he drills the 44-yarder, and the Saints have extended to a lead now, 13-10 over Arizona. Arizona will take over now. Early 4th quarter, 14-plus minutes remaining from their own 25. Saints come into this matchup leading the NFC South with a 4-2 record. The other teams have a losing record, so they actually are up by more than 1 game before this action here. Cardinals, as we mentioned, 0-6. They've had some tough luck losses. Lost the opener to my Chiefs, 40-37. 4-point loss to the Raiders. 3-point loss to the Rams, who are 4-2, by the way. A 1-point loss to the Eagles. So, yeah, they've had some tough losses trying to get on that winning program here. There's an incomplete pass, 3rd and 7. The Cardinals will split out 4 wide receivers here. Defense gets his pass, but it's a run. Round the edge, Kyler is going to run for it, and he's got himself a first down. +7 on his card, right at the sticks. Cardinals now out to their 35-yard line. Mentioned Cardinals. Offense was getting doubled up 2-1. It had 146 yards, I think, coming into this drive, maybe. Double checking that right now. Yeah, Arizona just 156 yards in this game. There's an incomplete pass. 2nd and 10, Arizona at their own 35. I mentioned that because Arizona's had some real success offensively this year. Led the league in offense for a while. Right now, the Arizona Cardinals rank number 2 in the USFFL at 412.7 yards per game, but just 156 so far here in the 4th quarter against a tough New Orleans defense. 2nd and down, pitch out run, and actually going to be a neutral zone infraction by the defense. Nice break for the Cards as that run was going nowhere. 5-yard penalty, 2nd and 5, Cardinals at their own 40. Back to pass, looking deep. The receiver is double teamed, and it's caught anyway. Kyler Murray to Marquise Brown. Gain of 27 as Kyler Murray hits the double team completion on his card, which is on snake eyes. So that gives you an idea of just how unlikely that play was. But Marquise Brown brings it in. By the way, Marquise Brown among the USFFL leaders in yards per catch. That went up on that one. Injury on the play to a Cardinals receiver, by the way, is Rondale Moore. And that's a nice yak player. 1st and 10 at the New Orleans 33. Here's a hitch over the middle, incomplete. That was an interception split roll. Dodged by Kyler Murray. and Coach John Carter. There's a double reverse call, and he is brought down. Loss of 4 yards. So Coach John Carter looking to get creative there, but Cam Jordan brought him down. 3rd and 14 at the New Orleans 37. So a big third down here. Back to pass, looking short and incomplete. Going for Marquise Brown, couldn't get it. Interception split roll, he misses it. 4th and 14. Here comes a 54-yard field goal attempt. 2 through 7 for Matt Prater. He has got it as he just slips it in on a 7. Big field goal from the Cardinals, ties it up. 10:48 to go here in the fourth quarter. We're knotted up at 13 apiece. You mentioned that the Cardinals' offense has struggled today compared to their second overall offensive ranking coming into the game. New Orleans is ranked 9th defensively. So give them some credit for bringing down and taming one of the better offenses so far in the league. There's a flat pass, Kamara, and he's double teamed, and it is picked off by the Cardinals. Great call by the defensive coach as the safety double teams the receiver, and it is immediately intercepted. Isaiah Simmons steps in front of that one. Nothing on the return, but the Cardinals take over deep in New Orleans territory at the 28-yard line. Andy Dalton with a pick, and I believe the game's first turnover. Indeed, first turnover of the game. Back to pass, looking deep, but he's going to be forced to scramble, and Kyler Murray got the wheels, picks up 9. So Coach John Carter, right after the turnover, was looking to hit Marquise Brown deep. But Murray had to scramble. 2nd and 1 at the 19. Full house now. Or more specifically, 3 running backs, 2 tight ends. Under 10 minutes to go here in this NFC showdown. There's a quick slant over the middle, Zach Ertz, and that's going to be a yak opportunity and a first down here. And it looks like Zach Ertz is going to take that and march it right into the end zone. 19-yard touchdown. Zach Ertz caught a seam, got snake eyes on his yak rating, which isn't very good, by the way. But he got into the end zone there. Kyler Murray to Zach Ertz. Extra point is up and good. An offsides penalty on New Orleans. They'll probably take that on the kickoff here.
You're talking about some of the stats for these teams. These teams are just very impressive in what they've done this year.
Yes, I thought so too.
Saying that New Orleans #1 in points margin in the league. I think you caught that.
Wow, I didn't catch that, but that's right.
And then 4th in play margin. In other words, they average 70 plays per game. Their opponent 61. But
ball control
to be outdone by Arizona, who leads the league in play margin, 75 to 57 per game.
Is that the average number of plays per game?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow, Arizona averaging 18 more plays. Wow. 2nd and 10, short pass. Jawan Johnson is incomplete. Saints trailing by 7, now facing a 3rd and 10 at their own 25. That'll put the Cardinals into the deep dime, 3-2-6. 4 wide receivers splitting out here for the Saints. Dalton out of the shotgun. And here comes a short pass to Kamara, and that is going to be incomplete. 4 men in zone on that deep play. Saved a long game. 4th and 10, Saints punt. 47-yard punt. There is a penalty down. Nothing on the return. Offsetting penalty, so they're going to repunt it. Blake Griffin, this one 41 yards, fielded at the 34-yard line. Greg Dortch. And a modest return of 6 yards. That'll get it to the 40. And with just over 8 minutes remaining here in Arizona, the Cardinals have the lead and the ball.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
1st and 10 at their own 40. They're looking for their first win of the season. And when I think of this team and the way he lost to the Chiefs and then later the Eagles in such dramatic fashion, can't help but root for him a little bit.
While we're here on the Saints broadcast, I mean, it's worth tooting the horn of what the Saints coaching staff has done. I mean, the defensive stats, kind of tell you how coaching is going because you're so much in control.
You're
number
right.
number one in men in zone overall in the league, no matter what the play. Number one. Eighth in guessed right.
That's going to be direct coaching. That's where you're positioning your people and how it correlates to the play your opponent called.
Exactly. Eighth in guessed right calls on defense. And number one. Number two in double teams called, by the way. 16th in effectiveness, but on the offensive side, nobody guesses them right when they double team. Leading the league with just 7% of double teams against being correct.
Wow.
Spreading the ball out.
Cardinals came out showing a 3 running back formation like they were going to run some clock, but a 5-yard penalty backs them up. So they get out of that, and here's a square and pass that goes for 13 to Dortch. That'll get back the penalty yardage and more. 2nd down and 2. Arizona now up near midfield at their 48. The Cardinals are now split out 3 wide receivers. There's a little square and pass again to Dortch. That one's incomplete as Dortch fails to hit it on the wrong column on his card. Darrell Williams forced to run here, just 21 attempts carded to his name with James Conner out. Sideline pass, pick up a 12. Nice catch there for Marquise Brown. 1st down yardage down to the New Orleans 40. And starting to get dangerous if you're the New Orleans Saints. You're already down by 7. We're under 7 minutes to go in the game. And the Cardinals have reached the fringe of field goal range. In fact, from right here where they stand, it's a 2 through 7. As Prater has one of those legs. Here's another hitch to Dortch again. And it's good for 7. Coach John Carter hammering the same play. Second and 3 now, the 33 of New Orleans. Pro set formation. Here's a run up the middle, and it's brought down right away. Tackle by Shy Tuttle. Good call there by the defense. Coach Dan Surr sniffed out a run call and got himself a 3rd down opportunity for his defense to get off the field. 3rd and 4 at the New Orleans 34. 2 more yards, and you're already into 2 through 8 field goal range. So you might look for a run, maybe. 4 wide receivers are going to split out here, though, for the Cards offense. Darrell Williams, the tailback, nickel, and another look in over the middle to Dortch. It's double team this time and incomplete. Went right back to the well over the middle to Dortch. And this time, coach was waiting. Lucky that wasn't picked. Barely missed it. 3rd and 14 now at the New Orleans 44. As there was a penalty of holding. I missed it. Wow. 3rd and 14 now. Back to pass. Looking short, incomplete. And another successful double team. 4th and 14 at the 44. And that holding penalty has knocked Arizona out of field goal range. Huge turn of events there. We had just made reference to Matt Prater's booming leg on the verge of extending to a 2-score lead. And a holding penalty now has a punt. And the Saints have possession now. 4:48 remaining. Saints down by 7. Start at their 8-yard line. Looking deep on the first play, and he's going to be forced to scramble on just a 1-yard pickup. Andy Dalton was looking deep. Nobody there. 2nd and 9 after that run. Plenty of time. Over 4 minutes. All 3 timeouts for the Saints. Blocking back set. Here comes a pitch out. Defense gets past. Kamara going to the edge, and he is brought down. Lost a yard. Defensive end. Bests the number 4 on that white die. Zach Allen And it's 3rd and 10. Saints from their 8. Back to pass. Looking short to Rashid Shaheed. He's got it. First down right at the sticks. 10-yard pickup. And a clutch first down for the Saints. Saints 7 of 15. 47% on 3rd downs in this game. Back to pass again and forced to run again. Dalton, we're going to pick up just 3 yards on that play. That's not going to do you much good when the clock's still ticking. 2:42 and counting. 2nd and 7. Saints now from their own 21. Blocking back set. Nickel defense. Safety up close showing blitz. Deep ball to Rashid Shaheed. Nobody in zone. Defensive card incomplete.
There it is again.
That's right. Just like we saw on the Titans cards earlier. Another pass here looking short. He's got it. 3rd and 7, and it's conversion again. Dalton to Rashid Shaheed when he had to have it. 8th catch of the game as Rashid Shaheed has 124 yards receiving. And that's going to get us to the 2-minute warning here in Arizona. The Cardinals on top by a touchdown, 20-13, trying to get their first win. Saints with the ball, 1st and 10 at their 33. Blocking back set, defense in the deep dime, showing blitz. And here's an off-tackle run to Kamara. And just to pick up a 3. So defensive coach signals with his 3-2-6 dime, you're welcome to run if you like. And he ran off tackle. I'm not sure why he wouldn't go around the end on that one. 2nd and 7. Now 1:37 remains. Here's a pitch out that time. And this time he beats the defensive end, but still just a gain of 5 yards. Out of bounds, though. That's the good news for the Saints. 3rd and 2. New Orleans at their 41. 90 seconds left.
What does Kamara's end run look like? There's an off tackle.
There's a run. Pick up 8 yards to Kamara.
Ooh.
Injury to Christian Matthew.
And 15 yards.
What?
Penalty.
Oh, thank you. 15-yard penalty. Holy mackerel. That's to the 36 of Arizona. I'm juggling so much. I'm so glad you're helping. Short pass to Juwan Johnson is good. 12 yards. First down again, Saints. Now they have plenty of time. They've made that personal foul and several good passes. 1st and 10 at the 24. Still 1:15 here. All 3 timeouts. And the Cards going to have to make a legit stop here. Clock not going to help them. Flat pass. Adam Troutman. And that's going to be incomplete. Penalty on the play. And another personal foul, Arizona. Flags flying here in the desert. Hoping to get the Saints back in this one now. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Time is flipped entirely. Arizona.
3-4. Short pass is no good. Incomplete. Dalton on his card.
Now
These guys are calling
the timeouts as opposed to New Orleans.
What?
Now it's Arizona thinking about timeouts as opposed to New Orleans.
Yeah, good point. New Orleans might want to do a flat, run a little clock, see if it gets in. They're in the blocking back set. Defense shows blitz out of the 3-4. Short pass. He's going to the end zone, and receiver is the result, and no good. Juwan Johnson rolls a 6. Completions were on 5, 7, 8, and 9. Hit the blank spot. So with 52 seconds, it's 3rd and 10 now for the Saints. 3 wide receivers split out. Kamara is the tailback out of the shotgun. Nickel defense, back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to have to dump it off. He's going to Juwan Johnson, and he's got it. Going to the pylon and brought down. Short of a first down. Out of bounds at the 3. It is 4th and 1 at the 3. 45 seconds remain. Both teams all 3 timeouts. But the more important matter is the Saints need a yard on this play. They're going to go straight blocking back set. Ingram is their tailback.
Expected to see full house here.
Kind of surprised, especially with those blockers across the line. 4-3 defense. Defense showing blitz from the safety. Here comes the call. Run up the middle. Defense calls run, and he brought down. Loss of a yard. Good call by Coach John Carter, sniffing out that run. Didn't fight with a key to the quarterback or anything. Gets the stop, and with 37 seconds left, the Cards take over. 1st and 10 at their 4. Saints have 3 timeouts, but needing a touchdown, I'm not sure it's going to matter.
He'll get a Hail Mary out of it.
Already congratulating. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He'll get a Hail Mary out of it, as long as he stops him. Okay.
First run goes for a yard. Immediate timeout from the coach. 30 seconds remains. Arizona at their 5, so in theory, maybe they could punt away, block punt.
Yeah, they'll get a shot.
They'll get a shot, but they're not going to have much. Here's a sneak to the quarterback, and he's going nowhere. Saints call their second timeout. 22 seconds remain. So they'll probably punt with about 15 seconds. Still a block punt.
The option of a safety, which you would not take it here because it would tie it up. But it'd be nice to have that option.
Good point.
In the game.
Looking at punt return, Snake Eyes will get you a 42-yard punt return. So that could be a touchdown if we don't get a great punt here, too.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona, nothing dicey on their defensive punt returns. In run to Kyler Murray. That was a scary call. That could have been a -6 and a safety.
Maybe he's looking for that safety, but you wouldn't look for the safety with 7-point game.
I don't think so. 4th and 8 from the 6-yard line. 15 seconds left. Here comes the punt. 49 yards. It's going to be fielded at the 45 of the other side of the field and a fair catch. So 8 seconds remain on the clock. 55 yards away. Saints need a touchdown. Making matters worse, Jarvis Landry is hurt.
A chance.
Dalton, not exactly a good quarterback. Deep ball is incomplete. 2nd and 10. 1 second now remains. Dalton, his long gain on 4 on his card, right and wrong. So that's his target, looking for the 4. Deep ball goes to the defensive card, intercepted downfield by the Cardinals, who are going to walk out of the desert with the first win of their season. Your final from Arizona. The Cardinals win at 20-13. One moment while I ping the coaches. Anthony, feel free to say it all.
I'm pretty sure New Orleans ran more plays than Arizona today, but Arizona gets their first win, eh? It's a nice win for them over a really tough team. New Orleans come in with just great defensive stats, but Dalton has a good enough card for that defense, that's for sure, to do some damage. But when you need points at the end, yeah, it's tough.
We mentioned the Saints or the offense for the Cardinals. I think the Saints have a pretty good offense too with their start. Yeah, they're the 3rd rated offense at 410 per game. That trend continues as they go over 400 yards in this game too. So Coach Dan Sir has a lot of things going right for him this year. Just didn't get out of the desert with a win this time. Checking on the posture. Looks like nobody's there yet. Yeah, the Cardinals win this one despite being outgained 404 to 240. New Orleans with a 10 advantage on first downs as well, 23-13. Better on third
down.
Into
the game, New Orleans had the 29th rated schedule coming in. But it doesn't get much worse. The remaining is 22nd, including this game. So I guess it's a little bit. Arizona had no wins, so I guess it's a little bit higher now.
Sure.
Going to probably creep into the top 10 for remaining. But 29th coming in, and I guess it'll go down to probably 30th or 32nd after today on the so far for New Orleans schedule. So it's tougher schedule ahead, but can't complain with New Orleans start, at least up until today.
Sure.
And the NFC South is just like this year in real life. It's a wild card.
Yeah, you started to, the Saints at 4-2. The other teams had a losing record. You started to think maybe the Saints are positioning to try to, get some distance between them. But every team is difficult, and every team can get you. You never know, and Cards got them tonight. Kamara over 100 yards rushing, and Rashid Shaheed over 100 yards receiving for the Saints. But two Andy Dalton turnovers.
I think Tampa backed into the real-life win last year, and with them getting off to a 2-4 start, it really does open things up for everybody in the South, although Atlanta's off to a real slow start, 0-6. But so maybe the top three, Saints, Panthers, and Bucks.
Well, the other thing I noticed is that the Buccaneers have one really nice thing going for them that I noticed recently, and that is, despite being 3-4, they're 3-0 in the division.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks have swept all three of their division games, so despite being 3-4, they're in a pretty good spot when you think of it in those terms. So I'm going to go ahead and let's wrap up the scores from tonight's action. Looks like the coaches are still talking, so that's okay. We'll give them a little time in case one of them wants to show up. The early game was Giants-Jaguars. The Jaguars break a 3-game losing streak and hang on to beat the New York Giants. I believe the score on that one might have been 26-13, if I remember correct. We also had Colts and Titans, and the Titans extend their division lead with a sweep of the Indianapolis Colts tonight, beating them for the second time on the year. They're 5-1 now. Colts fall to 3-4. Final score on that game, I think, was 20-7, if I'm not mistaken. Our third game of the night was the Ravens at home against the Cleveland Browns. And Ravens had a 24-3 lead in the early third quarter. Browns made it interesting, got it back to 24-21 before Baltimore extended on and won that game 31-21 as Baltimore improves to 2-5. A critical win for them as it was getting away from them early. Browns fall to 4-3, both of them chasing the 5-1 Bengals in the AFC North. And our nightcap, rookie coach John Carter finally gets his Arizona Cardinals on the board with a 20-13 win over a division-leading team as the Saints fall, despite going over 400 yards yet again. And so the Cardinals are at 1-5, I believe. And the Saints will fall to 4-3. Actually, Cards are at 1-6. And the Saints fall to 4-3, still atop the NFC South. So we have no other coaches holding in the lobby. So unless you have anything you wanted to add, Anthony, I think we're about ready to sign off here tonight.
Nothing else other than thanks for broadcasting, Tim. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks as well for being with us, Anthony. I always appreciate your help. And thanks to everybody else who enjoys watching these games, whether it be live or later. It's just nice to be able to provide the opportunity for us to all keep kind of up to date and more involved in what's going on. That just increases the fun for everybody. So thanks for joining us tonight. Congratulations to our coaches that got away with a victory tonight. And hopefully I'll be one of those as well tomorrow night. We'll see you then. Thanks for being here.